All right,
we're
you
live.
ready?
Oh, we're on.
Okay,
Oh, okay. Good recap.
fantastic.
Well, no, you're the one that does the recap.
That's
Oh,
true.
look, it's my tattoo.
Yeah, we're opening up on a picture of the tattoo that Vith is currently getting from Sheathing Sword under the coffee table. But we'll go back farther than that since we have a lot of intermittent weeks where you don't get to see content, so you may be a little bit lost. The players are currently on the 3rd level of Hell, known as Meshuggah?
That's a band.
The 3rd level of Beator, the swamp area. They were contracted to go there to deliver a message to the Archduke of Stygia on the 5th level. They are currently on the 3rd. They recently just sacked a rotten temple, killing an adult black dragon, and ending that with a confrontation of a bog hag who is famous for shrinking things down and putting them in glass jars. They rescued their friend the Mariner from such a thing, after discovering that he was shrunk down with no gear and shook up into a bottle with a monster that they promptly released, then fought. They did a good job. And then they decided to take some shelter inside of the little cube that they received from the same chief of the wizard cops that has contracted them. And they are all now, well, let's go through who is where. Vith, you are in the living room, sitting across from your brother Aku. You're getting a tattoo from Sheathing Sword, who's underneath the coffee table, lying next to his pile of things from his upturned bag that Aku had somewhat ransacked to get the egg that is now in his hand as he's watching it writhing around. A similar writhing egg, 4 of them, in fact, are sitting in the hearth, currently being observed by Joradam. Another 5 eggs are writhing around inside of Sheathing Sword's stuff. One of them is in Aku's hand, and in Vith's hand is a glass of wine. Sheathing Sword, we've just rolled your proficiency with your tattoo prowess, which is the image being displayed now, which is also the image being predominantly displayed on Vith's calf. So we'll pick up with I guess. Oh, I was about to roll something. Okay, so obviously those eggs, you know they're eggs now, and they're hatching. There are 10, as you may have counted by my weird laying of the numbers in this opening bit here. So what we're going to do to determine how many dragon eggs hatch is I'm going to have each of you guys roll a d10. So let's start with that. Okay. Now, everyone does a religion check. Whoever has the highest religion check gets their number used for the amount of dragon eggs that hatch. Fuck, I hope it's not Zach. Okay. Sorry, Zach, but 10 dragons is a lot. Bob, you won. 2 dragon eggs are going to hatch. We'll say it's 1 in the mantle and 1 being held by Aku right now, since it's probably the warmest. Aku, you have a baby dragon in your hand. It's all slimy. Jor, you have a baby dragon in front of you. It's all slimy. The rest of the eggs will fail to hatch. These babies are unable to fend for themselves currently and are just slimy little balls of black wings. So we'll pick up with Aku.
Is there like any eggshell left in or around my hand?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's kind of cupping the thing squirming.
Gotcha. I'm gonna remove all the eggshell.
Okay. You can do that.
Take out my water skin and try to give him a nice little bath so he's not so slimy.
Alright, you're beginning to bathe your dragon. Sure. You're looking at an egg that is
I'm
just
gonna
hatched.
poke it.
You can do that. It squalls at you. Since they're going to be looking at you. They're imprinting on you as we speak. So you get to roll for attributes of the dragons. I happen to have a handy little chart behind me that you may have been worried was going to be a monster, but is in fact just a rolling chart of attributes. So if each of you guys could roll 1d20, and I will add an attribute to make your dragon unique. Jor Adam's dragon.
Oh, he's retarded. It's a 4. I'm kidding. He got a dragon. He's looking in 2 different directions at once. Just kidding.
This actually, Jor, I'll need you to re-roll. This one doesn't apply. It has fur. Weird. Black dragons don't usually have fur. This is some kind of weird inbred dragon. Aku,
He's retarded.
yours already has large feet with claws in them.
Oh my.
Yeah, Jor's was born with some hair, which is weird.
Like everywhere or in
Yeah,
certain
like
spots?
it's like instead of it's got scales, but it's got fur over the scales, and the scales.
So,
on the skin-
like never-ending tail.
Yeah, except it doesn't look like a puppy. It looks like a demon.
Okay.
Yeah. You can name them whatever you want. Doesn't matter to me. You can take this opportunity to name them now or reserve judgment for naming them later. Also, your party mates may contest and try to name them, not nail them, themselves.
Can I roll for fornication?
That would be performance,
I'm kidding.
which you already currently did because you're tattooing right now,
Yeah.
not fornicating. Yeah, you guys got 2 dragons. The mariner's looking at you like, interesting. Where do you think you're gonna keep those?
I'm gonna take mine and prop them on my shoulder.
Okay. Tell you what, mate. Go ahead and tickle him under the chin just a little bit. Go ahead.
Monsters, and since you thinks.
You'll see. Jor, your guy throws up on the ground and starts rolling around in it. It smells very acrid, and he
Nice.
appears to be just making some kind of little nest, and it's making a little bit of a sizzling sound on the brick of the mantle.
I'm gonna put it on my head.
On your head?
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, give me a constitution save. The acid from in its fur seeps into your hair and starts melting your hair.
Do I even have hair?
I don't know.
Since I had to piece myself back together.
You were reborn, so you'd probably have some stubble.
Okay.
Your stubble's melting, and your scalp's probably burning. You're
We'll see what
gonna be-
happens.
You should be fine with that? Okay. The mariner is going to caution you, saying, you're probably going to want a leash for those things. Or like a box, you know? Elsewise, they're just going to fuck off on you.
I'm gonna take out a little piece of meat from my bag. Make sure it's small enough so that the little dragon can eat it.
Not a bad plan. You guys were taking a rest, if I'm not mistaken? Or planning on taking a rest?
I think we just woke up from a rest.
Yeah, we did.
Cool. Okay. Well, then it's up to you guys what you want to do. The mariner is saying that you guys should probably find some way of chaining them up. You know, because the dragons, mate.
I'll take all the dragon eggs out of my pack and just kind of put them on a chair, and then go back to tattooing.
Oh,
shading.
all of your stuff is still dumped all over the floor.
Yeah, I'll just make sure I separate the dragon eggs from the rest of my stuff. Kind of put the rest of my stuff in my pack and then get back to tattooing.
I'm gonna
Yes,
go walk over to the dragon eggs and look and try to find the biggest one.
Okay, you find the biggest one. It's
I'm gonna-
perfectly round.
Grab that one and then go sit by the fire and just hold it.
It's very still, and it's
Ah,
starting to grow hard.
mm.
Yeah, they do that, but they're still worth money. All sorts of people like to use them for spells and all that. Says the mariner.
Okay. I'll just go put it down next to the other ones then.
Okay. What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna go over and grab one of the eggs off the chair and toss it to the mariner.
He catches it deftly.
And I'm gonna go back to what I was doing.
Well,
Feeding.
what do you want me to do with this? Mount it on the wall? Or could eat it? No, probably couldn't eat it. Black dragon eggs be all full of acid and shit.
Bad heartburn.
Putting it mildly. Almost worth it.
Meant literally.
Yeah, it'd be a bit of a bitch to have it eat its way out of you.
Sells it.
All the same, the black dragons aren't famous for their mothering. They're not nest builders. They usually just put the eggs out, hide them, let them hatch. Babies fuck off. The strong ones survive. You're seeming very maternal there. You guys thinking of keeping them? Yeah, you're gonna have to find some kind of collar. Or, yeah, with a chain. You know, like a big dog. Like a really big dog that breathes acid.
The ones.
Well, I can help you with that. We're in the right place for chain. Remember those chains that we had for the lizard folk? Or the not lizard folk, the giant lizards that we were riding on.
Basilisks.
Kinda. I think they were just dire lizards. There is chain nearby. Couple different places. Like there's literally the city of chains on this area. Hangs from the sky. Pretty neat. Or it's the Wailing Swamp. Lots of people chained to the ground with magic chains. We'd ask the Bob Devils if they'll give us some chain.
Which ways is closest to our path?
Well, I was gonna take you through a place called the Secret Door. Pretty catchy. The Wailing Swamp would be in that direction.
I guess we have our ways.
Alright, sounds good. Wailing Swamp is like a prison camp. So, I can take you there.
I drink
also-
too much.
I'm naked,
That's right.
which is a problem.
I'm gonna hand him my purple robes.
Oh. They're way too small. He's gonna look at them and, like, you know how you tie a sweater on your waist? He's just gonna do that.
I'll hand him one of my pelts.
Okay, so he ties it around the waist and cinches it up, and then he puts the pelt in the front and hangs it over the front. So he's got a pelt on the front and a purple sweater around his back. I believe, Vith, you gave him your black double-headed axe to borrow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he's equipped with that now.
Okay.
Brothers, were you ever able to make the black scale tunics for me?
Did I have enough time to finish that?
You guys just rested. If you wanted
Yeah.
to do that, you'd have to camp out here for a while.
That's what I thought. Nose. That would take too long.
Next times. Can I tell if my dragon is male or female?
You'd have to roll nature to figure out if you know anything about dragon anatomy. Yeah,
I'm lizard folk. I mean, I'm kind of a descendant of dragon.
true. You're an offshoot of it. Let me see. It's a boy. And just for shit. And George is a girl.
I'm gonna walk over to my brother's dragon, and I have an iron collar. How big is that, roughly?
Iron collar is going to be able that you could place it around
Yeah.
the dragon and it could coil up inside of it.
I'm gonna do that.
It's currently sitting on his shoulder though.
Oh, okay. I'll just hold on to it then, and just kind of show my brother.
Yeah, it's good enough that we're going to the Wailing Swamp. You know, magic collars shrink. Super good for prisoners. Not if you're the prisoner, but you know. You know. Yeah, it's a bit of a bitch, eh? You break the laws, they put you in a pit. It's like, you know, a shallow hole, about 3 feet of water in it, and they shackle you to a rock, and they just leave you in the hole. And then you die. Eventually. Call it the Wailing Swamp because a lot of people are upset about it. Naturally.
I'm gonna pet my dragon.
Okay. He's just gonna sit down on the edge of the bed and start checking out the axe.
And take mine off my shoulder. Look at him like so.
Let's. I'm just curious. One. Cool. He can use his breath weapon. He's gonna go ahead and throw up on your hand. What's your AC?
14.
Its acid is still pretty watery. But he barfs on your hand. He barfs on your hand.
Is Sears retarded too? Kind of look over at George.
I'm gonna ignore them.
So
Aww.
while this is happening, I forget that I actually have paper and a pen, and I just tattoo on the other side of Vith's calf, "What are we here to do?" And then just start pointing at it.
Vith, you can't read the hieroglyphics that he's currently pointing to on the back of your leg.
Do they look cool?
Just regular kind of. I grew up in like an elf or mostly human, but some elves in the town, so it's like kind of like a mix of like calligraphy, but very much common.
Okay. Yeah, I have no idea what that says, so.
It would be upside down for you.
Yeah, especially. I'm just gonna look at it. That's cool.
Party mates, sheathing sword is pointing to something. Jor was transfixed with his dragon, I think. Actually, both guys were transfixed with the dragon, so. And the mariner was checking out the axe, so no one's paying attention.
I'm gonna name
You
mine.
should finish it.
I'm gonna flick the fresh tattoo.
It's
I don't-
it's a barbarian.
Yeah, dude.
Man.
I
Good point.
yeah. I have really high AC. Let's go.
All right, I'll just
Flick
finish
harder.
it. I'll just finish it.
He didn't notice you were tattooing something on the back of his leg.
Fair enough.
Yeah. in a huge piece too.
I just start adding like little bubbles of like swamp life coming out of the words and stuff, make it look all kind of cool looking. Maybe
It's
some
also kind of
flames.
prophetic. From a meta note, what are we here to do? It's got a lot of meaning to it. So,
Yeah.
Aku, did
Good
I
job,
hear
you're
that
good
you were,
at
you were naming your dragon?
Mm-hmm.
What do you got?
He looks like a Ron. RHAN.
R-A-H-N? Ron.
I tattoo RON
Claude.
and the date on this calf right below the letters.
Please write all these tattoos down so that we
Will
may
do.
keep track of them later.
I need the date for later, but basically Ron and then the date and then a line, and I'll leave the next
You're
little
not
bit blank.
sure of the date. You lost track because there's no day-night cycle in some of the places you've been, and there was that one time you traveled through the
Yeah, fair
different
enough.
planes, and time travels differently here.
I'll guesstimate that it's been like 4 days since I left, so that's the date that I'll write.
How many rations have we used?
You've stopped to eat 3 times that I can remember.
I gotta keep a running list of Vith's tattoos.
Yeah, be a good idea.
Yeah, especially because you're doing them all so quickly now.
Your legs all full
Well,
up.
when you got a
Yeah.
blank canvas, you know.
Oh man.
I'm gonna see what Cassandra's doing.
Cassandra was just chilling.
Gonna have.
I believe she was on the coffee table.
I'm gonna bring Ron up to Cassandra so they can meet.
Cool. Ron's gonna hide underneath the coffee table, then discover there's someone under the coffee table, then then try and jet underneath your chair. Scampering away. It's gonna hide in the dark underneath your chair.
I'll put my hand back out so you can climb back on.
It likes the dark. It likes the underneath.
I'm
I'll
gonna
open
go.
up my bag and have him go in then.
It will crawl in with great interest. Black dragons are ambush predators that like to put themselves into corners or submerge themselves into things.
You should have its attacks out of there.
I'm gonna
do
feed
you
my
have?
dragon.
You sorry, what was that, Jor?
Gonna feed my dragon.
Cool.
On my head.
Okay. Just putting stuff up there. You guys are so reckless with things that are so dangerous. Oh man. You're also really chill. You've spent like 20 minutes just hanging out in the shack.
Yeah.
No judgment. It's just easier content for me.
It's very tough to speak as a character that can't speak, except for through mimicry.
Are you still trying to call attention to the tattoo?
Now I've moved on.
I'm gonna go over to
Massive.
Mariner.
He's
Going
admiring
out.
the axe on the 4-poster. Oh, yeah, probably a good idea. You guys ready? I can point you in the right direction.
At this point,
Yeah,
I've
we're
stopped
going towards
tattooing. I'm
Whoa,
half-
that was three
Sorry.
people.
At this point, I've stopped tattooing. When I hear the Mariner, I'm like halfway done the top side of Vith's left foot. Just like some
What?
crazy, weird tribal designs working my way down to his toes.
Please make note of that.
Yep.
Aku Vith.
You're
Okay.
coming with us, right?
Oh yeah. I was contracted by those weird squid face people. I mean, if I bail on you now, I'm gonna end up as one of the robot people.
Robots.
Yeah, you know, like a warforge.
Members the peoples that came in and just.
I hold
I
up
don't
the tattoo.
recall anything.
I hold up the needles and stuff with the red ink dripping off of it.
And I point to it.
You know, we were in the hotel, and that crazy lady jumped us, and
This
then all
is
of a
their
sudden
blood.
we were on the ship, and then, you know,
Right.
and then I think you murdered her as she was flying away.
Hmm. Let's
Anywho.
move on then.
Yeah, the Mariner's gonna follow Jor.
I'll
I'll follow as well.
Yeah, I'm walking out.
Cool.
I'm gonna eat a day's ration though as we like walk.
Me too.
Making sure I have Cassandra and Ron before the house collapses.
Good call. Okay, so you walk outside, and the Mariner takes a detour and walks back up to the front of the temple steps and starts walking down inside. He'll return a second later holding a satchel in his hand. Any of you guys want this? Technically, it belongs to you.
I'll take it.
You add the Bog Hag satchel to your inventory.
I'm gonna walk over and look in it.
You lift up the flap on the side and see a whole bunch of bottles in it, and a small book, and a pouch of some kind.
I'm just gonna reach in and grab one bottle.
Okay. There are 11 bottles inside. Do you grab one that looks empty or grab one that looks like it has stuff in it?
One that has stuff in it.
Okay. You pick up one and you hold it up to your eyeball, and inside of it looks like there's a tiny man. He's dressed in
Hello,
rags.
Tiny's man, and I'm just gonna like shake him.
Yeah, he's smacking against the sides of the container.
Perfect.
But he looks like, this is my life.
I'm just gonna hold him up and then walk over to the house.
I'm gonna reach into the bag and grab a random bottle, and then turn it up and it.
You grab a bottle. Okay, roll 1d10.
House of Fox.
You grab a bottle and upend it, and a halfling falls out of it. He's dressed all in red rags. They're falling off of his body, and he doesn't make eye contact with you. He just stays on all fours. He just pulls into himself. He's 3 feet tall.
I'm gonna go poke him.
He just pulls himself further into a ball.
I'm gonna line up like I'm ready to kick a field goal.
You do that.
I ruffle his hair.
He's hyperventilating.
I
I'm gonna show him a
tossed
dragon.
the little one.
He's gonna chance a look at you and then look away immediately.
I smile.
He didn't see it. He just turned away and he's looking back down again. Who's showing him the dragon? Is
I
it George? You put the dragon near his face, and he's gonna look up at it. Don't melt me.
I'm gonna pet it.
Melt me.
He's freaked out a little bit that you just perfectly copied his voice. You pet the dragon. Forgot. I'm gonna write
Collapse
down.
the house, as that was all happening. By the way,
How do you do that?
I said it. House of Fox,
Okay, thank
He
you.
did say that.
and then I put it in my bag.
Okay. You've also got the bottle in your hand, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I grab another bottle and upend it.
Please roll 1 to 10. Another halfling falls out.
I point at one halfling, then point at the other halfling, then I'm like,
I'm taking the satchel away.
You do that.
I point at them and then look back at my party mates like kind of like, did you see that? Like they're the same kind of like.
One's got blue rags, One's got red rags, and the one in Vith's bottle has green rags.
I'm gonna upend mine.
A halfling falls out.
Now I'm
These
pointing
guys
at
should
all
fight.
three. Like,
Please. No. So tired.
Are you hungry?
You see you have all of their attention.
I'm gonna point
Survivor,
out
get
one.
some food.
I pull out a ration bar, drop it in the middle of them. Fights.
So mean. They all just start fist fighting.
I'm going for it too.
I just look at Vith.
3
I'm a
halflings
knight.
and Jor are participating in a fist fight.
I've got 5 golds on Jor.
I've got
Oh.
5 golds on Jor.
Jor, are you actually going for it?
Yeah, I'm gonna punt one into the swamp.
Hold up, roll for initiative. Okay, you get to go first, so you get to line up that shot if you want to.
Yeah.
The red one, the green one, or the blue one are all kind of together, so you get to pick.
Red one.
We're
Okay,
the worst kind of heroes.
heroes.
Glad you guys went along with this so quickly.
Yeah, you can. It's an unarmed strength, which is basically a strength check to do it. Oh wow, yeah, you landed.
What the fuck?
You catch him mid-torso and lift him up off the ground and send him into the swamp, just tumbling. He's gone. The other two don't even notice. They're like pulling each other's hair and they're punching each other, and blue bites the green one. They don't notice you yet. Back to your turn.
I'm just cheering this whole time.
I think Luigi got his face punched in.
I'm gonna go tackle them both.
That's a grapple.
Is that a strength shot?
Yeah, that's another strength
That
check.
was the sound of the halfling getting punted.
So bad. Yeah, they're tiny. You can pull them just both together, and you're holding onto them. One of them is going to try and bite you. He is too small. He can't. The other one is going to headbutt. Green is going to headbutt blue in the face and break his nose.
While that's all happening, I'm gonna try to just sneak in there and grab the ration bar.
Roll for stealth. Actually, I'm sorry. I should make you re-roll as a sleight of hand because that
Gotcha.
incorporates it. Oh yeah, you just walk back over and grab the bar while he's got them grappled.
Just gonna put it in my pocket.
Jor, it's back to you. You're grappling 2 halflings.
Can I like one hand each smack them together?
Like pick them up and bonk them. That would be a strength check to be hoisting one in each hand. Yeah, you've got him.
I have a logistical question while this is happening. Where is the satchel that Jor took away from me?
It's got a bandolier on it, so he's got it around his person.
Can I try and walk up to him and take another bottle out?
That's sleight of hand.
Okay.
Do I notice Seething Sword trying to do this?
Yes, you do.
I'm gonna smack his hand.
I'm gonna go try to do one too.
I'm gonna smack all their hands.
I'm resisting that.
Am I noticing this happening?
You get to roll perception versus his sleight of hand, so beat an 18.
Or 15. Aww.
Yeah, you definitely see him doing that.
I'm gonna start hitting them with the halflings.
Just times
Uh,
your arms like Shark Puncher.
You can
Exactly.
definitely do that. Do you want to hit him with the green one or the blue one?
green one.
Okay, that's another strength check. Also, I think Bob swatted him too. You can't swing him hard enough to do any damage, but you kind of just like smushed the green guy against Sheathing Sword. Sheathing Sword, a little bit of noseblood gets on you.
I'm gonna persist and try and get a bottle.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to get all the bottles out.
Like, I understand that he can see me
Curious.
doing it. I'm just still trying to grab one.
Yeah, I don't care either. I want to see what's in these things.
Oh boy.
Okay, let's do Bob first with a sleight of hand.
I'm gonna try to smack his hand.
His sleight of hand fails, and would have had disadvantage since his brother is actively trying to swat him. We'll now do Sheathing Sword.
Alright.
Sheathing Sword, you are way too quick. Jor, how are you reacting to this?
I'm gonna try to fend him off with halflings.
At this point, you've got 3 bottles out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was it? Okay. Sheathing Sword, you still managed to get one of the bottles out of the Bog Hag's satchel. Please roll 1d8 to determine what it was. It's empty.
I shake it just to make sure.
But your hand brushes against the book as well. And I don't know if you saw the contents of the satchel.
I wouldn't have been paying too much attention, so no.
Okay. Yeah, you grabbed an empty bottle. It has a little stopper in the top. Now we'll go back to Jor, grasping the 2 halflings that you just liberated from the bottles.
I'm gonna drop the halflings and go pick up my dragon.
You can do that. You drop them. Give me a dex save. You fall backwards. The red guy was hunched over behind you, ready to trip you. He's crawled out of the swamp. The other dwarves, or the halflings, are going to pile on you and are going to attempt to clobber you with their tiny hands. Woo! That one got a nat 20. He does 3 points of bludgeoning damage. And the other guy does not. One of the dwarves is just punching you in the face as hard as, or halflings is punching you in the face as hard as you can. You are prone.
I'm gonna walk over and pull out 4 ration bars and kind of drop them all right next to this ruckus. And not say anything, just drop them and then step back.
Yeah, the halflings are going to just forget that Jor is there and run to the food and start stuffing it into their faces.
Okay.
Does anybody else want to do anything while this is happening?
I'm gonna go get my dragon.
You can do that.
I'm gonna throw that ration bar that I took off the ground and put it in my backpack now.
Okay. Also, what did you do with the bottles after you upended them?
I would have just dropped mine, except for the one that I have now that's got a stopper on it.
Okay. Yeah, they both had stoppers on them. So, you just dropped them on the ground? Okay. Vith had one as well?
Yeah, I would have put mine in my bag.
Okay.
The topper on.
You make sure that you add 1 sealed bottle to your inventory. The halflings are just eating. Mowing down on some trail mix. There's 1 spare bar that they did not take. Jor. You would
Yeah,
have
they did.
noticed it. Okay.
I'll split it with my dragon.
It won't eat it.
I'm gonna walk over and hand Jor 1 slab of hell pig meat.
can add that to your inventory, Jor.
Okay, I'll feed some of that to the dragon.
It eagerly eats it.
I will give him 2 more slabs of it.
You may also add those to your inventory.
Alright.
But how are you packing them in your backpack?
They were already packed.
Oh,
And
okay.
What did I have them wrapped? I had them wrapped in something. I think it was with my sleeping bag.
Gross.
It was like a burrito. I mean, I'll my character likes it. I'm just gonna like hand it all to him.
Jor, how do you plan on packing that?
I mean, did he give me the sleeping bag too?
Yeah. I gave
Yeah, I'll
you all.
just leave it in there then.
Yeah.
Oh.
I gave you the meat burrito.
Oh, you gave him all of it then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gave him 1 to see if the dragon liked it, and then I gave him the other 2 because I don't need it right now.
Okay.
And I know my brother has some, so.
Excellent. The mariner is staring at you all, just baffled.
I'm surprised you didn't get it in the mix. You could have got a ration bar too.
Get in the mix. I drop a ration bar.
Come on, guys. This is my thing.
This is enough. And I'm gonna.
I've
pick
never
up the
hunted
ration bar.
anything this small before.
I'm just gonna start chewing on it. And,
who is the one that put down 4 ration bars? The 3 halflings are going to approach you and bow a little bit. The first one is the one in the red, who's soaking wet and smells like swamp, is going to approach you and ask if he's going to whisper, "May I carry your bag?"
I bow, and then I grab Vith's bag and hand it to him.
I do not allow that to happen.
Okay, after struggling for a second, I just shake my head.
I'm gonna check on Ron while all this is happening. See how he's doing.
Ron Mall.
Oh, I've named mine as well.
Oh, have you? What's yours?
Gooby.
Gooby. I like it.
He's retarded.
You guys are awful.
Hey man, you're the one that gave us a retarded black dragon.
You rolled it, man.
It
Who's
might
trying
not
to
even be
dragon?
retarded. We don't even know. It's just got there.
It might be awesome, yeah.
Yeah. All he said was inbred. That's all we know.
Might have like retard strength.
God.
Like
I'm so getting banned from Twitch. That is happening. Oh man.
The 3 halflings are following you, sheathing sword. They're just literally lined up behind you, with their heads bowed down.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go this way. You all ready and done with this? Was that fun?
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
put
was-
Gooby back on my head.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk over to the. What were they? They were halflings?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over to them. Why don't you guys come with us?
Don't we have to?
I mean, kind of. Or I'll fucking kills you. And I just grin my teeth. All of them. Like crazy.
They leave sheathing sword and line up behind Vith.
I feel
So,
much
yeah.
more comfortable.
do you want me to roll intimidation?
You don't need to. You did it
Okay.
passively.
I like bristle out my feathers, feeling much more comfortable, and then I follow the mariner.
How was Ron
Nah.
doing into my backpack?
You gonna peek in your backpack?
Mm-hmm.
He's fine. Just chilling.
See if he'll come into my hand yet.
Your bag is nice and dark.
I'm gonna speak to him in Draconic.
Hey, you can do
say, that there is meat in there that he is more than welcome to.
It digs deeper into and disappears into your bag.
Okay. I'll close my bag, put it back up, and follow the mariner.
Okay. We all following the mariner?
Yep.
Cool. We are scrolling down. Okay, so he's going to lead you through the swamp for a little while. It's all on foot now. It's mostly just muddy terrain, which is kind of gross. I'm also going to switch up the image. Cha. It's mostly just muddy swamp from this point on so far. He will continue to do that in silence for about an hour, if you guys have no objections. You don't hear anything at first, but as you approach what you see to be a break in the trees, it sounds like the wind, like a high-pitched whistling at first, but as you draw closer, it gets more and more broken apart, like it's a wide range of reedy, fluted sounds. And then some of them are fading in and fading out, and as you get to the edge of the trees, you realize that it's just people screaming that you're hearing. But in like a, not screaming mostly, but moaning in a forlorn kind of way. And you reach the edge of the trees.
I'm gonna run forward.
I mimic the moaning while walking very quietly.
You run forward through the break in the trees. The ground below you is gray clay that's kind of soupy below your feet. You see ahead of you a low, squat, ziggurat-style temple. It's only 2 levels high. And a whole bunch of pits dug out in the ground ahead of you. On top of the ziggurat in the distance, you see figures scampering along the outside and the roof of it.
What does it look like they're doing? Can I tell?
Watching the holes.
Watching the holes. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
You don't know, you can't identify the creatures at this distance.
Okay. I'm gonna. Did I like run away from my party? Okay.
You ran to the front.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure where I was in the lineup.
They'll be behind you now, coming out of the trees themselves.
I'm just gonna wait for them and then wait for the halflings.
They run to catch up with you desperately.
You better stays with me.
They do so, and they run up behind you, and then they look around, figure out where they are, and they're scared. But they just keep their head down. The mariner walks up, nods at you. All right, best behavior, everyone. This is the famous Wailing Swamp, the open-air prison of the ruler of the Third Realm. So, over there, you can see him crawling on the roof. The Barbed Devils. They're the ones we're here to talk to. So, everybody just best behavior. No threats. There's probably about 100 of them in that nest, and they will literally eat us alive. Or
They're
hunt us
strong.
one by themselves we could take no problem. 5 by themselves will bloody us up real good. 100 of them would literally eat our faces. You know, like
Sounds like a challenge.
I continue mimicking, just a little bit quieter.
I really don't want to die here.
Let's go quietly.
There's no sneaking up on them. They already see us.
So, what do we do?
We walk up straight. Make sure that you
Just
don't
start
have
walking straight.
The mariner's walking. He's got his axe in his hand, but he's walking with his arms out to his sides.
Okay, I'm gonna follow suit, and I'm gonna look to the halflings.
They aren't holding anything except they're airplaning.
It's fine.
An airplane behind them.
Aku? Cool. Okay, so as you approach the temple, you get a better look at the things crawling around on the roof. They're humanoid, but barbed all over from top to bottom. Every surface of their body is covered in porcupine quills.
Oh my god.
They have tiny eyes that are glowing the way that a cat's eyes do when they catch the light. And you see the glint of it as all the sets of eyes on the roof are looking down at you. There's one that's dressed up, and he's got white paint lines drawn onto his body, and he's going to crawl down off the roof and scamper up towards you, and then stop about 20 feet up and stand up on his hind legs and just kind of observe you. The mariner stops, and he bows really slow without breaking eye contact. And then he looks back at all you guys and goes,
I'm gonna
I
bow.
do the same.
Same.
okay. And note the halflings also follow suit and do that as well. He spits something in a tongue that you don't immediately recognize. No one here speaks Abyssal? I don't know what all they speak, but I know they don't speak common. What else you guys got?
Draconic, undercommons.
Draconic might work. Bleed at him in Draconic, I don't know it.
I'm gonna speak in Draconic. Just say hello.
He's doesn't know it well, so he's gonna speak it in broken sentences. He speaks back in Draconic and says, "Why here?"
Passings through.
He just stares at you. What'd he say?
He asked why we were here.
Well, ask him for the chains.
What are they called?
Chains? Maybe manacles? Maybe? You could mime the collar. You see to your immediate left and right, there's a hole in the ground. It's about 10 feet deep and 20 feet wide. And there's a rock, a boulder kind of like sticking out of the water with a chain leading out of it. And then just one humanoid human sitting there with part of his skin melted off, just staring at the edge of the hole. And he's manacled to it with a collar. And he's just going, ah.
We need some of those. I speak in Draconic to him. I smack the sheathing sword lightly in the face. Stop that.
You, at your display of violence, the Barb Devil smiles.
I smile back.
You want prisoners?
No, two scholars. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
What trade?
I'm
Yes,
gonna go in
that's
my
what we
bag.
want to trade.
I'm gonna point at a halfling.
I'll pull out one of the black orbs. Hold it out. that
Jor, did you
makes-
actually grab one of the halflings?
I'm gonna point at one.
I'm gonna look at the weakest one, and offer him that one.
They appear to be identical. One of them is hunched slightly more because he got drop kicked in the ribs. The other one
That
has a
one.
bloody nose.
That
So-
one, the one with the broken ribs. He's ousted.
Oh my god.
and I'm holding a dragon egg. Like,
Put the dragon egg away. I
Hey,
say
as-
that in common.
As it's being put away, he hisses.
I pull it back out.
Those you want, and then I speak in Draconic to him. Do you want the eggs or the halfling?
Yes.
I just
To
hold it out.
which?
Yes.
To both?
I approach,
Yes.
holding it out.
That's fine. And I just kind of
he's
smack
gonna-
that halfling on the ass. Forward him.
He's gonna start walking forward. As you do that, from the front and the top of the temple, you see the barbed devils kind of starting to crawl over it, and one of them comes out of the door from his side and just grabs him by both feet and pulls them out from underneath him and drags him away on his face into the bed.
Sucks to be him. And I look
The
to
other
the
two
other.
halflings are inconsolably crying now.
I look to the other two. Aren't you happy that's not you? Get really close to their face and smile.
Yes, 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 yes.
Good.
The barbed devil puts out 3 really long claws and puts them around the egg in Sheathing Sword's hand.
I let him take it and then back away.
The barbed devil likes this. He's going to look at Vith. You came special day. Blooding
What's today?
The blooding. New us young become new us. And he gestures through the door. Do you have dark vision?
I do not.
No. You can't see what's through the door, but he points at something through the door.
I have dark vision.
You see tiny barbed devils, all dressed up in ceremonial paint.
I kind of turn into like a 16-year-old girl really quickly, and I'm just like, "Ooh." And then I point and I look at the guys like,
Don't mind him. He's not too smart.
I don't speak Draconic.
Excitement is good.
It's pretty nice.
They will run down your gift for fun and
That's excellent.
joy.
I pull out
And
another
we
egg.
watch.
I pull out another
Stop
egg,
that.
hold it out, and then mime like, you know, like the universal we're gonna watch kind of, you know.
He looks over at the barbed devils. One other one comes down. He's bigger than this one. He's got black and white paint on his body. And he walks up and speaks in common. I accept this term. If you interfere, we will hunt you instead.
That's fine. I don't cares what happens to him.
He points to an just like next to the temple. Stand there.
I hand them the egg and then go stand where they said.
I'm gonna
He puts the
standing
whole
back
thing
there.
in his mouth.
Eats
Alright.
it.
You don't see it break. You just see it go down his throat and into him.
Ugh.
Yeah.
It's gnarly. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go exactly to where he pointed.
Cool.
too.
Your
I'm not
halflings
gonna-
follow you eagerly.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure they stand right next to me.
The barbed devils are coming down off the roof, and they're kind of making a circle around the front door. And out of the front door parades several smaller barbed devils, 6 of them in total, wearing white body paint on them. Their quills are a lot smaller, and they're about the size of the halfling themselves. And they walk out into a circle with their backs all facing towards they're all back to back in a circle. The original one that you were dealing with just the white body paint comes out, and he's saying something in Abyssal, and he's chanting and he's chanting and he's chanting. And the other one that had originally engulfed that egg is up on the roof, and he goes like this, and they all go quiet, and they start going back towards where you are, out by the edge of the temple, leaving just the 6 of them back to back. And then you see the halfling dart out of the door, running as fast as he can, just out into the fields. He's got nothing on, and he's just running out into the fields as fast as he can. The priest starts chanting again, and the barbed devils start making this awful, wretched screeching sound, and they're just like arching their backs and screeching to the sky as hard as they can. And they all go dead quiet again at the same time. And the 6 barbed devils that were all back to back jump away from each other and scatter on all fours, running end over end after the halfling. Since Vith gifted it to them, why don't you roll the D6 to see which one gets it?
Okay.
Okay, well, the 4th one gets it. The barbed devils catch up to the halfling and do the same technique of grabbing them by the ankles from behind and pulling it out. The halfling falls flat on its face and doesn't even have enough time to scream before the rest of them are just all over it, and they are literally just handfuls of flesh just pulling away. They're not eating him. They're pulling parts off of him. And you
I'm
just
just clapping.
keep seeing
Yeah,
that.
I'm looking down to my halflings. What a great show, huh? And I'm like eating my
gen-
ration.
I gently
Like
push the
popcorn.
one with the broken nose forward.
The
No,
sound
I
of your
grab him.
claps are drowned out by the screeching sounds being made by all of the barbed devils that seem to be having a great time. They're all like clapping each other's on the backs and screaming and like they're having a good time.
I do the same thing, and then I push harder the one with the broken nose.
They're standing in front of me.
And I'm right next to you.
Okay, I elbow you. Stop that.
The priest walks over to you and you seems to be screaming, but you can't tell if it's laughing. It's too complicated of a sound, and it's completely foreign to you. But it just sounds like intermittent screaming.
I'm gonna speak Draconic to him. Does that go Wells?
He just puts all his fingers up in the air and screams again. They're all
I'm gonna-
having.
I'm gonna just scream too. Ah!
You see him make a fist and look inside the temple, and someone of his lackeys has come out, and they're holding a 10-foot length of chain wrapped up around their arms with a collar at the end. It's kind of a brassy color. It's got little circles, like little holes on it. There's this one, and then another one comes out, and there's a black one, and they hold them out to you.
I walk over and grab the black one and hand it to Aku.
I'll go take the other one then.
Okay. You can add those to your inventory. 1 collar of domination.
Hell yeah.
I just bow.
They don't bow in return, but they kind of lower their head a little bit. Ever so slightly. The priest smiles at you all, says, "Good friends. Thank."
I'm gonna do the same bow that I did in the beginning. Say thanks.
I will do the same. Also speaking Draconic.
Cool. In the distance, you can see the leader has now caught up with the little barbed devils. He's going to bring the one that caught him up on the end and scream like this. And then he's going to reach down one of the ones that didn't get it and tear its head off. And then he screams. And they're all screaming. And the mariner's like, "Let's get the fuck out of here."
Sounds good. That was a good show, huh, guys? I'm looking at my halflings.
The blue one is inconsolably crying. The green one is in stunned shock with a little bit of blood still running down his nose.
You guys really just got to harden up if you want to survive. I just say as I kind of like slowly walk off.
I
Chuckle.
pull a little bit of pelt out of my backpack and start trying to clean off the blood from the nose of that one. Very much
can
like
do
Mama
that.
Bird, you know.
You can see the mariner just really slowly backing away.
I'll do
Uh,
the same.
I'm just gonna walk away. They like me. Good.
Yep, they're all caught up doing their own thing right now. The mariner is also walking out sideways out of the camp, back towards a different direction of the jungle. This is a good opportunity for us to stop. This would be a good halfway point with you guys re-entering the jungle with your new loot.
Cool, man.
Awesome.
Cool.
Well, then
We'll
we'll
do,
see stream. We're going
five-
to take a quick bio break, so we'll be back in 5 minutes or so. We'll see
Yeah.
you then. Stream, we're just gonna be another minute or two. Nick has to do a world quest, and he's waiting for a boss to spawn. As soon as he's done that, we'll get right back to it. Our apologies. Blame Nick. We'll be right back. This is a pretty good opportunity while we're on break and there's nothing else going on to let you know that if you have Amazon Prime, you have a free Twitch Prime sub that you can give to any streamer, such as this one, for free. And yeah, so you should totally do that. We're coming off break here in a minute, so just give us a minute and then we'll be right back at it.
Three now.
Welcome back to our show where no one can count and the points don't mean anything. We're picking up with you guys re-entering the swamp. I suppose I can take that picture of the Barbed Devils down. You can still hear them screaming in the background. Please give me a wisdom save.
Everybody?
Everybody.
Oh, shit.
Everybody.
Cool. Aku,
Fucked.
Vith, and Sheathing Sword. You guys are going to have nightmares that feature the Barbed Devils. Just a fun fact. That's something for the future for you.
Huh. But I liked them. They liked me.
Yeah, but you don't feel safe. And you're not gonna feel safe. That's just a little future thing for you. Next time you guys go to take a long rest.
Fun.
So the mariner's walking about and he comes across a path that looks kind of like it was made by an animal charging through. And he kind of just goes, okay. And starts following the path because it's a lot easier than just walking along all through all the low underbrush and shit like that. It's a muddy trail. And as you follow along, it gets kind of muddier. And you look back and it's filling in your footprints as you go. It's like that muddy. And you keep walking through and the forest is getting denser and denser and denser.
Do I notice the animal tracks? Like what kind of animal would create them?
No tracks. There's no tracks.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not even leaving tracks. The mud is thin enough now that your footprints are filling in behind you. So you come to a split in the path. It looked like the animal split in half, and suddenly you're kind of like, huh? A mariner takes a step back, and he's looking up into the sky, and then you realize that the trees have kind of enclosed above you. Which way you want to go, guys?
What's that looks for?
I've never detoured through the Barbed Devils before, so I'm lost direction for a little bit. We're gonna have to just keep on going through until I get a landmark.
I point to the left.
We'll go to the left.
Right, yeah. No, good call. Yeah. He's gonna lead the way. The path grows a little bit narrower, so you're all gonna have to be single file. Can you please tell me the marching order? The mariner is in the front.
Second.
I'm gonna go third, but I'm gonna have my halflings in front of me.
Okay.
I'll be
Uh,
last.
For point of reference, the halflings are just about up to their waist in mud now at this point.
I'm gonna grab both of them then and put them on my shoulders.
Okay. They're holding onto each other above your head for stability and sitting
Okay.
on your shoulders. And who was in the back?
Me.
Okay. Okay.
I take out a ration bar and toss it between the two halflings. Just to see what happens.
Neither of them grab for it, and it hits Vith in the head.
Sorries.
Vith, you've got a ration bar in front of you, starting to soak into the mud.
I'm gonna grab it real quick with my mouth, just like,
The halflings fly off face first into the mud as you do that.
I
didn't
start
hold them?
laughing.
You can hold them if you want to, or try to
Yeah,
hold them. I saw you put your
I
hand
wanna try to hold them, yeah.
That's a sleight of hand because your actions were going against your reflexes there. So,
Oh god.
yeah, no, you drop both of them. You basically just hold onto them and dip their faces in as you move.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah,
I'm
they
gonna
come away-
up with them then.
They're covered in gray mud, and now you can't tell which one's which.
Sorry, guys.
I keep chuckling and following the mariner.
What's
Uh,
around us?
The path has grown in a little bit tighter now, and beyond the wall of the path, you can't really see immediately into the trees without peering pretty hard. So you've just been mainly looking forward. Would you like to roll perception?
Yes.
Go ahead. It's growing darker as well, so you're having trouble seeing.
I will light a torch.
You can do that. Anybody else want to do that while we're taking a look around?
No, I'm gonna hold these guys up.
Okay. Sheathing sword, you're good?
Yeah, I'm not really bothered by anything. I'm gonna continue following the mariner. I do, just because you told me to remind you if it ever comes up. Just wanted to point out this to you, just in case.
Excellent. You aren't going to be surprised if something was going to try and surprise you. Doesn't affect something else.
Just
You guys
that
are going
I'm
to-
always on the lookout, so it's just
Fair. You're peaked a little bit. You'll notice that the path is now switchbacking. Arcing left and arcing right and arcing left and arcing right. Tighter and tighter and tighter. Who was at the back again? It'd be Aku. Aku, give me another perception roll. From the torchlight, you just see your party mates ahead of you. We're going to come up to another left and right junction. The mariner is going to turn over his shoulder and look back at you guys.
point to the right.
Okay. At this point, it is now grown quite dark. The canopy above you has kind of enclosed at this point, so you're walking through a tunnel of foliage, and your light source is coming from the back of the pack right now. So you're kind of the mariner has to hunch down because he's well over 7 feet. The lizard folk are gonna probably have to start hunching down a little bit too.
I'm gonna take the halflings off my shoulders then.
Just
He's
striding
going-
through.
Okay. The mariner gets further along on the right-hand side of the path, and then stops when he reaches solid ground. Who's right behind the mariner? Sheathing sword. You see white cobblestone below his feet. And he seems really spooked by that. Some of the stones seem broken.
I'm
The
like,
mariner isn't speaking,
I'm gonna walk
but he's
like,
not moving.
right up behind him and like poke my head out next to his torso, look around, and then look up at him.
I I might have fucked up here, mate. I'm sorry.
I'll look around. Oh, alright.
Through the edge of the tunnel, beyond the foliage, at first you think the trees are moving, but it's not that. There's string hanging from all the trees. Little white strings dancing in the breeze, moving ever so gently, just beyond the veil of the tunnel that you're walking through. The cobblestones below your feet aren't cobblestones. They're skulls that have been pushed down into the mud.
I'll ready myself and go into a martial stance.
You are in the spider forest.
Fantastic.
The mariner is scared.
Let's back out slowly.
Aku, you're at the back of the pack and you hear your brother say for you to back out slowly.
I will turn around and start leading us.
You start going around the bend that you had been going and see that the path behind you has closed itself in. Just the piece that was directly out of your line of sight had become a sudden wall.
I'm gonna grab my axe that I was loaning the mariner.
Oh, the black one? Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm gonna walk to where that was and give it a swing.
You can cut through it. I won't even make you roll for it. You just start
Okay.
cutting the foliage apart.
Perfect.
It's very thick and you're making very slow progress. And
That's
it's
fine.
also making a lot of noise.
That's fine. I'm gonna. Okay. As I'm doing that, I'm gonna like kind of turn back, like in between strokes or whatever. Guys, get ready. We need to leave as soon as I'm done.
From just about, you'd say like 30 feet in to the jungle, you hear a voice. Sheathing sword, you would have seen it move. It's a familiar voice, but it sounds weak and kind of hoarse. It's actually, you'd have to roll history to recognize it. It just says very simply, "You're all gonna die here. You're finally gonna die here."
We all heard that.
Yeah. You recognize Vernita's voice.
I figured. It's that crazy bitch again.
Let's kill her this time.
I'd kind of rather get the fuck out as I'm just hacking away.
I'm gonna chuckle at the word fuck.
Now that you've got your backs to where the cobbles were, you hear a throaty roar come from inside of the jungle.
I'm not turning around. I'm still looking outwards as they're doing whatever. Got my back to them.
From deep within the jungle, you hear a throaty, deep roar come from up in the trees. And the sound of rain.
Fights.
Sheathing
my bow.
sword, you have alertness, so this won't surprise you. The sound of rain isn't rain. It's feet. Frantic, agile feet dancing on foliage, rushing towards you like a wave. Yeah, let's roll some initiative.
How far into the hacking am I?
You'd made it about a foot. It's
Like a
kind of
foot wide?
a foot wide, a foot tall. It's growing in around you.
As
It's-
I'm doing it?
It's like you're fighting an illusion. It's some kind of magic. So you're cutting it, no problem. But as you're cutting it, it's just still there.
Translation from D&D speak, we're fucked.
Mm-hmm.
You reach in and grab a piece of it out and move it out of the way, and you're starting to make a little bit of progress. So you're having to dig and slice with your hands. Can you give me a strength check?
Yep. I'm gonna use my bonus action to go into a rage.
Okay.
Don't forget to roll initiative.
Oh, sorry. Bad. And I'm
Okay.
gonna use my amulet too.
Nice. Okay, so that means you go first, actually.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so what are you doing?
I'm just hacking as fast as I can, and now that I'm in a rage, I'm gonna try to like go ham on this thing.
Okay.
Get it to like roll or
Well, yeah, you're attacking the brush, so give me a weapon attack.
okay. So I'm attacking with that black one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. With your combined rage, you're frantically slashing at the brush and starting to cleave pieces away from it. It's almost filling in, but you're faster than it is filling in. So you're starting to make a little bit of progress into the brush, but it's almost like you're fighting like there was no path there to begin with.
Would I assume that this is not working?
You're still making progress. It's just very slow going.
Can I like see through to the other side?
It's so green you can't see through the other side. Your only source of light is coming from behind you. You're slashing into a dark forest. You can't tell. You'd have to roll perception.
Okay.
And you're in a rage, so you're
Yeah.
seeing kind of red in a green space.
Christmas?
Giddy. Okay. I'm gonna use my second attack then, since
Okay.
I already attacked it once.
That one's a little bit better. You're slashing and pulling away pieces of the jungle and starting to just dig your way into the wall of foliage. This could be a building. This could be a floor. This could be the ground. You're clawing like you're digging. You're literally digging. We'll go to Aku. You were
I'm
second at the back of the pack, so you're right next to Bith.
Gotcha. I'm going to. How wide is the trail that we're on?
Two of you can stand side by side, but you're gonna have to move through each other's spaces to move.
Gotcha. I'm gonna try to put my, right hand up against the foliage to see if I can actually feel anything.
Are you wearing gloves at all, or just it's your bare hands?
Bare hands.
Okay. You place your hand up against the wall, and it feels wet and cold. What are you trying to feel for?
To see if the foliage is
Real?
there. Yeah.
It is very much there. But the leaves are wet with something.
I'm gonna sniff my hand now.
You pull away a piece of the foliage with it. It's got some kind of yellow goo over top of it. It smells acrid, and the yellow stuff is some kind of ooze that's attached to it. It hangs off of your hand in a single thread.
Okay.
Is my axe just completely covered in this now?
You would have to assess that on your turn.
I'm gonna put my left hand against the left wall, see if it does the same thing.
It does. You now have 2 full hands of foliage. Drippy, oozy foliage.
I'm gonna wipe them on my brother's back.
All right. Let's give me a strength check. Or strength save, rather.
Me?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Aku. Your hands are fused to your brother's back.
Oh, God damn it!
You are a lizard folk Congo.
You motherfucker. I'm gonna have to take your goddamn hands off. I hope you know that.
Oh.
We need an image for this.
Dun, 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 dun. Sorry, that's not very magnanimous of me. We will go to Sheathing Sword. It is your turn.
Aku already went. Yeah, I guess that's true. Has anything popped out near us at all, or?
No, something is still rushing towards you.
Okay.
If you're thinking in the way of attack, you can prepare an action
Yeah. No.
based on a.
Okay. I will use my bonus action to take the dodge action, and I'll delay my action for an attack for anything that comes within range.
Okay, you can do that. It is going to be the thing's turn. The roaring, shambling, spider-like creature claws its way through the roof of the tunnel, opens it, and rushes down towards Sheathing Sword. Sheathing Sword, you may now attack.
All right.
Nice.
2 attacks.
The first one does not hit. The second one does.
Okay.
Cool.
It's not a human or an elf, so that doesn't
It
apply.
is definitely not.
Cool.
Boy.
Okay, and it's going to be its turn. It is going to try and snip you with the end of one of its claws. So we're going to see if it snips you. You were rolling dodge, which adds to your AC, if I'm not mistaken.
It until the start of my next turn, any attack roll made against me has disadvantage.
Oh, okay. It'll roll twice then. First attack,
So what? 20
20.
hits. It does.
Cool. Yeah, what's your AC again? It was up there.
Yeah. For some reason, I guess when I leveled up, it recalculated my armor class. Hold on.
Oh, weird.
It did that to me too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hold on.
Same.
Did that to me too.
10 plus Dex
I'll just
modifier plus
change
Wisdom
that.
modifier. So 10, 15, 19, plus 2 from Fighting Style Mariner, plus 1 is 20. Damn. So
He
it'll
met
still
it.
hit.
Okay, he does this much piercing damage and that much acid damage.
24.
He is gonna forego his multi-attack to do a bite on the second party member in the line, which is gonna be Jor, if I'm not mistaken. I think he was second in the party order.
I was,
Whoever is
I ran
in
back.
front of Aku.
Okay, yeah. The
but
two brothers
Viv
are at the
went
back.
behind, so yeah,
Yeah, two brothers at the back. So Jor's next in line.
he's gonna take an attack of opportunity.
Oh, you're. Oh, yeah. Okay. Whoa. Damn. Yeah, do it.
And did he take damage on the last turn? From my last hit? Like, I know I hit him and I did damage, but because you're calculating and resistances and whatever. I just need to know whether or not Colossus Slayer applies.
He did take some damage.
Okay, so he's not max health, he takes an extra 1.
Okay.
Woo!
Every bit counts.
It does.
Minus.
You get the worst rolls on that for some reason.
Right? It's always
And
a
it's just
one.
a 1d8. And
Yep.
it's always a 1 or a 2. Always.
Well, he's
So
only used it
weird.
like 4 times.
I guess, maybe. This is weird.
It'll go to. Wait, it goes to his bite attack.
Yeah.
Jor, what's your AC?
19.
He gets ya. Okay, his bite does necrotic damage. So.
Oh, wait, hold on. Would he have had to move past me?
He's large enough that he's reaching past you.
Oh, okay.
So he's in your space, but
Yep.
you used him attacking the other person as your provocation for Sentinel, right?
Yeah.
Woo! He rolled like shit on his necrotic damage, so you only take 6 points of necro. Not bad. It will go to Jor's turn.
I'm gonna use Spirit Guardians and ignore our party.
Cool. Conjuration 3. Must make a wisdom saving throw. Okay, creature takes if you're good or neutral, or 3 necrotic if you are evil. Okay, cool. Does that happen on this turn or just the next turn?
If it's inside, then this turn.
It is this turn, so it's gonna have to do a wisdom save. Is it wisdom? Yeah, it's wisdom save. 1d20. It fails utterly. Cool. Roll your damage. Okay.
15.
And good. We will. Did you want to move or do bonus action?
No, that's it.
Cool. Vith, you are hacking your way through the jungle.
Yep.
Your brother is holding you up.
Yeah. Great. I'm just gonna keep going because I don't realize, I guess, that he's really attached to me right now.
Your progress has started to slow.
Shit.
Oh, wait, you're raged still.
Yeah. Oh well, this
Push.
one has advantage on objects anyway.
Yeah, advantage to push, pull, or break things. Right?
Let's see. So. Is that this one? This one. Advantage on attacks versus objects.
Ha. Yeah, you do have advantage. Okay, you're still cutting through and nothing is sticking to that blade.
Excellent. I'm gonna attack again. How far of an opening do we have?
It's kind of like you're making your own tunnel. So it's,
Huh.
you know,
Okay.
it's lizard folk sized tunnel. You're just digging your way through the brush.
Gee. I don't really know if I want to be doing this. Okay, well, I'm gonna take one more attack.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, you're cutting your way through and you're making some progress. It's getting thinner now. I can
Thinner?
tell you that much. Yep. The
Does
foliage.
it look like it's like retracting?
Nope.
No.
But give me a perception roll, because you were asking questions about it before.
Yep. Oh God, damn!
You're seeing red. You're
Yeah.
completely seeing red.
I'm so seeing red that I'm gonna action surge and just go for it again. Just fucking swing for the fences.
Beautiful. You cut a swath through where you can actually see the other side a little bit, but just see it. So you know it's
Last
there.
one. Ooh, baby. Let's go.
Nice. Okay, you cut a hole in there. It's big enough that you can see through it. On the other side of it, you see a woman standing there looking through back at you. Let's see what happens there.
Well, that is happening. I'll cut a hole and then I see it.
What's your
Guys,
AC?
get ready. 23. That meets it.
Cool.
Guys, get ready. I've started to open a hole.
You fingers reach through and claw your face.
I started to...
Vernita's on the other side. She's looked better. Apparently, she's been really fucked up and put together kind of haphazardly. Like, you can see that her scars are not healed up properly, and she looks very gaunt, like she's lost blood, but it's hard to tell because she's a demon. But she looks fucked up. Like, she paid someone to, like, patch her back together with very base magic. And she just slashed you in the face a little bit. So let's see what she does for that. She does 6 points of slashing damage. Good for her.
Yeah. I'll cut you down again.
She's not even saying words. She's just like screaming and slashing at you through the hole. She's going to pull her arm back out, and that will be her turn. We go to Aku. Of the
Okay.
hands.
I'm going to put my right leg in between Vith and myself and use it as leverage to try to pull my hands off of him.
Okay. That is going to be a strength save. Strength check.
Save or check?
Check. Definitely check. At the same time, Vith, can you give me a Constitution save? Yeah, Vith, you're okay. Aku, your hands are still stuck to his back. Your brother's skin is very tough.
Can I try one more time?
Yes, you can. Nice. Cool. Yeah, you're gonna rip your hands free, and the skin of your palms comes off on both hands.
Ouch.
Yeah. Go ahead and take one for each hand. Oh, brutal. You take 12 points of hand peeling damage.
God damn.
There's a new damage type.
Yeah. I don't know what that would be,
Crit deserves crit, I guess.
other than hand peeling damage. Hi.
Jeez.
Yeah, you ripped him free. There are now 2 imprints of your hands on your brother's bare back. It's your actual skin fused in handprints on his shoulders.
God damn it. That's my new tattoo.
That is next level body art.
It's gonna take some fire and needles to take that shit off.
Yeah.
And that was both my actions, right?
That was both of your actions. We'll go to sheathing sword.
Yeah, I'm gonna just, first off, I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark at level 2. So there's that.
Okay.
Yes. Sorry. No, I already said level 2, even though it doesn't affect it. Anyway, then I'll use my action to attack twice.
Okay. The first one hits, the second one does not.
Okay, there's the damage for that, and that.
1, 2, 3. 14 points of damage.
Hey, you hit higher than a 1.
That's my turn.
Okay. Give me a dex save. Sheathing sword.
Is the spider starting its turn?
Yes.
Needs a wisdom save.
Thank you. The spider fails his wisdom save. Cool. He takes 13 points of damage. And you succeeded on your dex save. The spider vomited a bunch of yellow goo in front of you in a puddle. He was trying to dump it on you.
Okay.
And you just jumped backwards from that. That was the spider's whole turn, because that would have really fucked your shit up. Go to Jor.
Damn.
I'm gonna use a level 4 guiding bolt.
Okay.
So that is, he needs a what? Oh, I need to make an attack.
It will not beat its AC.
Oh, that's it then.
Okay. Your shot goes wide then. But you did 13 points of damage?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're staying behind Sheathing Sword?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, we're gonna go back to Vith.
Okay. How big is that hole? It's only like a foot. Is her
It's-
arm that went through?
But yay, and then she reached her arm through and slashed at you.
Okay. I'm gonna attack the brush one more time.
Okay.
And then, how big of a hole did that open up now?
You stick your axe through and just pull out a huge chunk of the brush. You've got a fair-sized hole. 2 feet across, you'd say.
Okay. I think we could get ready to start leavings. And I'm gonna take one more swing at it.
Nice. Yeah, you cut a hole large enough for you to go through. You see all of Renita standing on the other side. She's holding her side, and her underneath her hand is just soaked in black. It's like dripping down her leg.
Okay. I'm gonna use just like some movement to step forward, like a couple feet to step into what I just kind of cut, and just kind of like hold that open, I guess, for a second, but like shuffle to one side of it to still leave room for my party mates to leave.
Oh, it's a one-way tunnel.
Okay.
So you can go all the way through it and then stand off to the side a little bit. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I guess I'll do that then.
Okay, that puts you right in front of Vernita.
That's fine.
She's too weak to have an attack of opportunity.
Excellent.
She's all kinds of fucked up. We'll go to Aku.
There we go. There's the button. Let's see. First, I'm going to use Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay, you can do that.
Hold on.
You will stay the bleeding on your hands.
D8.
Okay, you heal yourself for 12 points of damage.
And then for extra attack, I will use After Fire on Benita. If I can see her.
You can. She's standing off to the side. Or yeah, your brother's standing off to the side. She's standing directly in front of you, clutching the arrow wound that you recognize having given her.
Does it hit?
It does.
Sweet.
Nice. And I'm standing there.
Do I get sneak attack for Vith being close, or does he have to be close to her?
He is close to her.
I'm right on her.
And you do get it. You're right on her. Yeah. So go ahead and get that. Sweet.
Nice. That is my turn.
She collapses onto her back.
Oh,
You don't know if you killed her, but she collapsed onto her back. We'll go to Sheathing Sword.
Alright, I'll make this quick and simple. 2 strikes, key point for flurry of blows for 2 more strikes.
Lay into it. Damn, everything except one of those hit. The first 3 all hit.
You can ignore the +1 unless I had advantage on that attack.
You did not.
Okay, and then here's Hunter's Mark and Colossus Slayer. They only apply once each, so.
33, 39, 43 points. Not bad. You are kung fuing the shit out of this giant spider monster for 43 points of damage.
Damn.
Sentence I didn't think I was going to say today. Okay. Are you standing still where you were before?
Yep.
Okay.
I am the Sentinel.
Give me a dex save. You reel backwards again into Jorah Dam as the spider tries to regurgitate another glob of yellow. As it hits the ground, it fuses to the ground in a cement-like fashion.
Wisdom save for the spider.
Thank you very much. He's rolling abysmally.
Damn, Jorah, we're doing work.
That will be back to Jorah's turn, actually.
I'm going to use a level 2 guiding bolt.
You can do that. You hit.
I can fucking bring it up.
It's a day of slow rolls for you guys. 18 points. Thank
That's it.
you.
Actually, I will start moving towards Vernita.
Okay. Are you walking backwards or are you turning around and facing Vernita?
Walking backwards.
We will go to Vith.
I'm going to swap to my other axe and attack her. Am I still in a rage or no? Is it falling off this?
It will last you this turn and then be
Okay.
gone.
Perfect. I'm gonna just cut this bitch in half.
You had advantage because she is prone, but you don't need it because you hit.
Ooh. Oh, well, if she's prone, do something else too. So hold on.
Okay, you sink your blade into her chest cavity with a wet thunk as it sinks in all the way and black blood splashes up on your blade. Her eyes go wide and are expressionless, but she still seems alive in a way.
Do something when they're prone. I'm trying to find it.
Okay.
You win the game of Dungeons and Dragons. We did it,
Thanks.
boys. Woo! Victory lap.
Oh, is it still-handed?
Princess Leia in the medal ceremony and the whole 9 yards, you guys.
Oh
Oh,
my god, text block.
you get a +1 to attack
Yeah.
rolls you make with the weapon.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, I guess that's I can knock it prone.
Yeah.
Never mind. I thought it was if it was
Well,
prone. Never mind.
I-
My bad.
I mean, if she's prone, you'd have an advantage with a melee attack. So
Yeah, I already. Yeah, it doesn't matter though.
In addition to the ally.
Gains a +2
Ah.
bonus to roll if the target is using shield. Yeah.
Never mind.
Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, you slashed into her chest cavity.
Okay, I'm gonna do that again. I'm gonna.
Can you? Didn't you use just one of your actions there to?
I guess to
which-
swap weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are correct. So
You
I
gonna
can't
play-
use my extra attack then.
You gonna pull your blade back out?
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't get your extra attack. You used one of your attacks to.
I'm gonna pull my blade out of her. And then
She's alive still somehow.
it's kind of gross. Yeah, I'm just gonna stand over her.
Okay. She's not breathing. She's just oozing blood at you and staring at you.
Aku, give me the collar.
It is Aku's turn.
Oh, it is. You are right. Okay. I'm gonna turn around and shoot the giant spider.
Okay. You can do that.
No, I'm not.
You miss.
I'll try again.
Nah.
Okay.
Hey.
That time you hit.
Don't mind the pluses.
So 16.
C. Sneak attack?
Yes. Your ally sheathing sword is within 5 feet.
Cool. There you go.
Thank you. Sheathing sword.
Yeah, surprise, surprise. Same thing. Burn a key point, 4 attacks.
Okay. Well, that first one was a crit fail. We're going to address that in a second and say that let's roll the damage for your other 2 attacks. Okay. And then Colossus Slayer, Hunter's Mark. Okie dokie. I will make you roll a dex save right now to avoid stepping in the goo during your flurry of blows. You are not going to be punished for it. We go to the spider, who's going to try and, well, let's see if he does some damage this time instead. He's going to try and slash at you and then bite you.
Doesn't he have to wisdom save?
Oh, he does have to wisdom save. Thank you. He rolled a 15 for a wisdom save.
Fail.
Okay. Roll some damage for him. You guys are doing pretty good against this thing.
Just you two. Well, I guess it's all 3 of you now.
Okay. And then he failed that first attack, so he goes for his bite attack. Whew. And he gets his bite attack on you. For 21 points of necro damage.
That's on me, yeah.
Of necrotic?
Yep.
Ugh,
Yep.
that's horrible.
It's pretty horrible. It's gonna smell like dead bird. We go to Jor, backing away from the giant spider towards Vernita of the Greenlands.
Just gonna Sacred Flame it.
Sacred Flame the spider?
Yeah, so I need dex save.
Dex save. Oh, it failed epically. Yeah, go ahead and roll your Sacred Flame damage. Oh wait, you did.
That's 9,
Nine.
yeah.
And that's radiant damage.
All of my damage has been radiant.
Oh right.
You mean to tell me you're not an evil cleric and you haven't been doing necrotic this whole time?
Not an
Who am I
evil
traveling with?
That's the other campaign, Jay. Sorry.
That's both of the other campaigns. My cleric on my Saturday group is an evil cleric too.
I mean, I'm not evil at all.
Me neither. High five. Inside jokes. Yay! Okay, Jor, do you want to do any movement during that turn?
No, I'll stay where I am.
Okay. We'll go to Vith. Wrist deep in Vernita's chest cavity.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go for her again.
Okay.
The first one, I'm gonna use reckless attack though.
Okay.
Ah,
You connect. You actually cut her in half that time.
ooh.
She's still alive.
Kind of like this more.
It
I'm
was
gonna
clean. So you push.
I'm gonna leave my axe there and just kind of like slide her legs away.
You
Like, kind of hockey puck it, you
and
know?
scoop them away
Flash on
towards
it,
your
yeah,
brother.
Perfect.
You
I'm gonna see what happens. Do the legs move?
They just fly away when you do that and just like kind of crumple. Her lower torso is just oozing onto the ground with black goo.
Okay. I'm gonna. How far away is my brother?
Standing right next to you.
Okay.
He's facing the other way though because he was shooting at the spider.
I'm gonna try to ruffle through his bag to try to grab the collar.
That would be sleight of hand to search his bag.
I will not allow it.
You're shooting.
He's gonna get a perception roll on you and can resist you if he succeeds.
So I have to beat a 17 on my perception.
Yes.
No.
Totally do. You twist away from him.
I needs the collar for this one. And I point down to the demon I just cut in half.
We'll go to Aku's turn in his response.
Take Jors. This is for Ron.
We'll get another one after we turn her into the barb peoples.
They won't want hers.
I'm pretty sure they'll want her.
She's legless. Not Legolas, but legless.
Legless. Legless.
I'm just gonna kind of face palm and let him go.
Yep, Aku,
After fire longbow on the spider.
okay. You are going to hit.
There's that. That's the wrong button. There's that, and then I'll do it again.
Okay.
And it fails.
And it fails.
Story of my life.
Do you want to move it all? You're
No.
on the other side of the entrance that your brother carved.
Actually, yeah, I will step right next to him.
Okay. You guys are outside of that. We will go to Sheathing Sword, going toe to toe with the spider monster.
Okay, so 2 attacks, key point for flurry of blows for 2 more attacks.
A classic. 2 of those hit.
Okay, and there, and there, and is he dead?
Nope.
Okay, I'll burn another key point and use stunning strike. Just so you can see.
And you just keep going.
Yeah,
so
I'm burning through my
minus-
key points like it's fucking nothing though. So he needs to.
I
do
mean,
con
it is a
save.
giant spider, so
Constitution?
Yeah.
He rolled a 7 for it.
No, that fails. He is stunned
Yeah.
until the what does it say? End of my next turn.
Nice. He is stunned. It would have been his turn, but he is stunned.
Still need a wisdom save.
So we'll go back to the wisdom save. Nat 20's it.
So he takes 7.
Okay. 7. What's the rest of your turn?
Another Sacred Flame. So Dex save.
A nat 20.
Disadvantage. Stunned.
Oh, right. Thank you. 9. Failure.
Alright, yep, that's it.
Fuck you, spider!
Good job.
I mean,
We go to. Oh, do you want to move it all?
No.
Let's go to Vith.
where is Jor?
He's on the other side, still in the spider cave tunnel.
How far away?
Just on the other side of it, probably about 10 feet from you.
And then what's the state of the tunnel that I cut? Does it look like it's
It's
closing in?
still intact. It's not actively moving at all.
Ooh. I'm gonna grab Ernita by the head
Yeah.
and run into the room with the spider.
You don't need to. Actually, I'm gonna make you not roll strength because I know how strong you are. I'm gonna make you roll dex to hold on to her because of how bloody she is.
Okay. I mean, I'm holding her by the head, so most of the blood's all down there, right?
She was bleeding out of the face.
Oh, okay. Shit. Alright, that's fine. A dex save?
Yes, to hold on to her
Okay.
because you grabbed her by the head.
Ooh,
Yeah,
she's slippery,
She
bro.
slipped. The blood. You have black ooze on your hand.
Alright, whatever. I just kept running then. I'm not in a rage, but I'm just running.
Okay, so you're progressing down. You're starting to go back through the mud, in the ankle-deep gray mud. Your halflings are with you, and are
How
shuffling.
far away is the spider?
If you're before you moved,
Well, yeah, the whole length, I guess.
20 feet.
Okay, cool. So I want to go that whole length, and then square up with the spider.
Oh, okay. So you're. That's tricky. When you come up behind Jor, you're going to have to enter Jor's space. He has to give you permission to do that, or else you're going to have to roll a dex save.
I'll let him by.
Okay. Then you're going to enter Sheathing Sword space. He's smaller than you, but I'm assuming he's going to give you that berth. So you're standing right next to Sheathing Sword.
Okay, that's fine. Thanks, Jor. And I'm just gonna go for a swing.
Okay. That was it was 16?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't hit.
Okay. I'm gonna use my bonus action to go into a rage.
Okay, you can do
Now
that.
I'm gonna attack again. Hey.
Hey, you did have advantage. So go ahead and slice him up.
Yeah. Not bad.
Not bad. Not bad. Not bad.
I think. Yeah. I think that'll be it. So
Okay.
you
I hold up a
use that.
sign that says 5. Kidding.
I was gonna say you're gonna have to tear a page out of the book to do that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
And then I guess would I technically leave its melee range if I were to step and let Jor get it like attack range
would
I guess
be.
on him?
I mean, it's
You're
stunned.
you're thinking in meta terms. He doesn't know that it's stunned.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Okay. Then I'll just stand there then. Because I haven't been a part of this fight, so I'm just gonna come in and swing twice.
Okay. Aku.
I'm going to. I'll just do 2 after fire longbow shots against the spider.
Okay, you have disadvantage. Your brother is pretty much filling the tunnel up with his body and standing right next to Sheathing Sword, right behind Jor. You're shooting into a very narrow window.
Would that cancel out the advantage from him being stunned, though?
Yeah, actually it would. Thank you. So you're rolling normally then.
Okay.
Thank you, Jay.
Got your back. No worries.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, 24 is going to hit. You are an exceptional archer.
There's that.
Is there any
and-
daylight being exposed since I cut the hole?
Nope.
We're trying to just squeeze as much out of this as we can.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
And you got 9 points of sneak attack. Okay. That means it is Sheathing Sword's turn. You're standing right next to Vith.
All right. Punch, punch, bonus action, one punch.
Your unarmed strike. First one hits.
Third one, too. It's still stunned
Oh.
until the end of my turn.
Right. Advantage.
So there's that.
You
Nah.
punched through it.
Oh, okay.
You feel a part of its head cave in as you're punching it.
Can for flair, can I grab its brain and pull it out?
Doesn't have a brain in the front.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna pull something out, and then I'm gonna mimic Vith earlier from when he was talking to the Barb Devils and say hello in Draconic, even though I don't know what it means.
You did exactly that. You're holding a piece of black fur covered in yellow ooze.
I'll drop it.
No, you don't.
Shake my hand.
Yeah, you got a piece of black fur. It's got a little bit of skull on it.
Water skin?
Ooh. Hold up. It starts to bubble. You take 6 points of damage as it starts to actively bubble on your hand. It's being all melty. The yellow stuff is reacting to water.
Okay.
Yeah. It's got some acid.
Is there any part of
It's-
like the skull that I can grab and pull it off without getting my other hand stuck?
It's got yellow on it. You'd probably want to do it with a good source of light, and not in a cramped area, standing next to a lizard folk in front of a corpse, next to a pile of acid goo vomit. Not a good
Okay.
circumstance.
Right, I'll
Do I
just
see?
walk around with a skull.
Do I see Venita's head laying on the ground anywhere?
Her upper torso, arms and head are all connected to each other, just laying next to you on the trail. Her legs are on the other side of you on the trail.
I'm
She's
going.
just sitting there oozing into the ground.
I'm gonna curb stomp her face.
No, brothers, don't kill her.
Gears of War style.
That would be unarmed strike, so give me a strength check.
I'm gonna run over there while he's doing it.
Your brother shoves your foot away and you stomp the ground.
I'm gonna pick her up by like the throat
You can do that.
and just
She's
like
covered in wet. Deck save.
yeah, damn it, she slipped. Fuck!
She's too slippy. She's all bloody.
I'm gonna try it again. This time more cautiously.
That time you get it. Really slowly wrap your fingers
Yeah.
around.
And I'm gonna pick her up and walk over to Jor, like hold her out with like one hand.
I'm gonna try to skewer her.
No, Jor! I need the collar. I want to turn her into the barbed peoples.
I'll try smacking the spear or whatever Jor is holding so that he misses. Just kind of deflect the blow.
Yeah, you guys have to roll against each other.
Oh
What am I
damn!
rolling?
Unarmed
Sleight
strike, bro.
of hand to smack his staff away. Oh my god.
Oh,
Dexterity mods are my bag, man.
Yeah. He moves the staff away, and it is ineffectual. It's just Vith standing there with it, with her upper torso.
I'm gonna try to
A
use
piece
my other hand.
of something unidentifiable drops out of her torso onto the ground. She's still just sitting there. She's looking at you, Vith.
I'm not gonna make eye contact. I'm just holding her over here. I'm gonna try to go in Jor's bag and try to find the collar.
Jor's bag is on him. Jor's in the tunnel.
Yeah.
You're gonna walk over to Jor?
Yeah.
And Jor, are you gonna let him do that?
No.
While this is going on, I'm gonna take out my.
This episode is brought to you by Teamwork.
While that's going on, I'm gonna look at what fell out of her.
It's a kidney-shaped object about this big. It's black, and it seems like it's full of something.
I'm gonna pick it up with the other hand.
You do that. It's hardish.
I'm gonna try feeding it to her.
It's just smudging black stuff on her face.
Okay. I'm
Her
gonna try
eyes
feeding it to Aku?
Aku? Smells rancid.
Does
I
it?
just toss it over my shoulder.
Okay.
I'm gonna
You
take
do
out
that.
my ring of domination and put it on Ron.
On Ron?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that
Oh,
was
your
going so
collar
good.
of domination? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They had
That
a
sounds
ring. You were like,
great.
"What?" You do that. It shrinks to the size of the dragon's neck, which is teeny, and you now have one dominated dragon wormling on a 10-foot chain.
I'll let him continue doing what he was doing in my bag. What was he doing in my bag?
He was burrowing to the very bottom and making himself a small chamber.
Okay, I'll let him continue.
Cool. He does that. The length of chain now runs into your bag. What do you want to do with the rest of the length of chain?
I'm gonna fold the rest of the length of chain in half. Put that in my bag, but let the other half hang out.
Okay, so you just have a little bit of like a dangly line of chain hanging out of your backpack?
Mm-hmm.
You can do that. Vith, you're still holding Vernita up.
Yep.
Okay, cool. What are the other two guys doing?
What's the Mariner doing in all this?
Oh yeah, he's still here.
No. Where is the Mariner?
Yeah, what is he even doing?
While Jor is preoccupied, I'm gonna try and take the collar of domination out of his bag.
I'm looking for the Mariner.
Sleight of hand.
Alright.
Yeah. Jor finds him. He's on the roof. Yellow goo, part way on his shoulder and part way on his leg, has fused him to the ceiling, and he looks unconscious.
Fuck.
Meanwhile, I take the collar and hand it to Viv.
I'm gonna put the collar on her really quickly.
It shrinks to the size of her neck, and
And-
you have one copper collar of domination and a dominated demon on the end of it.
Perfect. I'm gonna put her down. And then speak Draconic? Maybe? I don't think that worked. I think I already tried. Yeah. I'm just gonna put her down and hold the chain. See
Okay.
what happens.
You're holding on the length of chain. She's just sitting there, fish-eyed, staring off. But every once in a while, she blinks.
Alright, let's
Um,
go.
The Mariner.
Just gonna tug her
He's
chain.
directly above us.
On the spider side,
Okay. Is there like any trees nearby or whatever?
there are trees on all sides of you.
Cool. I'm gonna run up the tree and attempt to free him.
You're on the spider side.
Oh. Good call. Fair enough. I'm gonna stand and wait.
Okay.
Did I? Yeah. If I see you looking around, I could just.
Yeah,
You want a
Aku.
boost?
Or sorry, not Aku. Sheathing Sword and Jor are standing on the spider side looking up, and the Mariner is on the ceiling. You see them seeing that. They're staring up. And Vith is offering you guys a boost.
I'm gonna sit down and short rest.
You're gonna sit down right there?
Yep.
Okay. There's a puddle next to you. I'm assuming you don't sit in it.
Just be like really close, like still hanging out. But
Okay. Jor?
I don't know. Yeah, I'll take that boost from Vith.
Okay.
I will hold you up.
He can do that pretty easy.
Is the yellow stuff like all around him, or is he attached to trees, or?
He's attached by the shoulder and by the back of his leg.
I'm gonna hand you. While I'm holding you up, I'm gonna hand you my black axe. Use the blades to slowly cut some of it away.
Sure. I'll try that.
Okay. The branches fall away at the edge of the blade. It cuts through everything very easily. Give me a dex save to do it gently or around the spots that are affected. You do a good job. You cut slowly and you cut him down. He just lands in a heap on the ground. He is prone now and unconscious.
Well, let's drag him out of here.
Okay. You would see that he has a spider bite as well, and some necrotic damage around it.
I'm going to attempt to like palm the skull off onto like his thigh as they're dragging him by.
You would have seen, and your alertness would have specified this. There was a hole that he was covering, and when they pulled him down, there was another spider sitting on the other side of him when they pulled him down, but it scuttled away.
Okay.
There was a second enemy there that was just sitting still the whole time.
Still gonna palm it, but as I'm getting up and backing away.
You hear that sound like rain again, dancing through the brush.
Backing away now.
Okay. Yeah, you guys have pulled the Mariner out into the trail, and I'm assuming you're all on the green side of the tunnel.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab my axe back from Jor. Sheath it.
I'm gonna use Lesser Restoration on the Mariner
Okay.
for poison.
I will pour my small healing potion down his gullet.
He also wakes back up, and you realize that he was paralyzed, not unconscious. He's breathing heavier now, and he's like, oh, fucking hell. Did we do it? Oh,
We did it.
Ones.
He regains 9 health
okay.
as I'm just pouring it down his throat as he's speaking.
His wounds look slightly better.
Also, I hand a yellow-looking potion to Vith.
Does this look familiar?
I don't know.
You
Have
can
you
roll.
seen a... Have you... Good call. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Looks familiar.
You bought it in a potion shop before you left. It was in Tokel Altair. It was in that strange potion shop with that guy that could pretty much offer you anything. The yellow
Chest
one.
burster?
No, that one's red.
Okay. Good.
Amber. Sorry, this one's yellow.
The yellow one. Where'd you get the yellow one?
Same place.
And the yellow one does.
You want to PM you?
Will you be telling Vith's memory?
Hill Giant Strength.
Oh. Okay. I have some of... Yeah, I have one of those. Okay. I'll just put it in my bag, I guess.
Jor, you're going to see the collar that you got off the barbed devils around Vernita's neck, on her torso, laying on the ground, attached to a chain running into Vith's hand.
I'm just gonna look disappointed at him.
It
Did I
just
get the
appears
skull
in
off?
my hand.
What was that sheathing sword?
Did I get the skull off when I palmed it off of his on the thigh?
You've got the skull off of the fur. The fur is still welded to your hand.
Okay, good enough. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and is the Mariner still paralyzed?
No, he is not. He's sitting down now, and he's staring at Vernita and her disemboweled legs over there. And he reaches over and pulls something out of her waistband. It's a little wooden box.
I just look at him and say, I could teach you a things or two.
He tosses you the box.
I catch the box.
What's in the box?
It's a little wooden box.
I'll open the box.
It doesn't have a lid. It seems to slide in a couple different directions, and it rotates.
I'll
And
attempt
it
to
feels
puzzle it
heavy.
open.
Ha! You used the right word. Puzzle it open. Give me an intelligence check.
Oh god. Yeah, I'm not good at those.
No, you do not open
Wait.
this.
Hold on, I might have something for this. Okay. Yes. I mean, no? But maybe. Would Natural Explorer, I mean, this is not really connected, but
No.
we are in a forest, so. Okay.
No. No. 1,000 times no.
Points for trying.
No.
The points don't matter. Why can't I have points? Whatever. I'll just put it
Okay,
in my
you've
bag.
got Vernita by the collar. You've got some skull on your hands. You've got some handprints on your back, and you've got some missing palms. What do you guys want to do? The Mariner says that I think we should have taken a left when we took a right. Bad out there.
So
Let's
Zoo
go
knows
back.
where we are now.
Oh no idea.
By the way, when he got lost, was it by magical means?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't look at Natural Explorer until halfway through the fight, and I was like, fuck.
The second you reached the animal path, he hesitated before going down it. The animal path was fake.
Gotcha. I didn't need to know that, but alright. I will
It's a
head
little-
back down
little-
towards the path
Little meta thing for you.
where we took a right. I guess I'll be then taking a right from the path we're coming on, so I go down the left path. This time I'm leading.
Oh, okay.
Sure. Can you fuse her legs back on?
I pull out a needle and thread, and hand it behind my shoulder as I'm walking.
Anybody want to take that?
Yeah, I'll grab it.
Okay. You are holding a needle and thread. It looks ridiculous in your giant hands.
I'm gonna. You're right. It's a little funny. With my big claws too. I'm gonna grab her legs as we walk by.
Okay. You just pick them up.
Yeah.
Her
I'm gonna,
torso
like,
is still on
Throw
the
her
ground.
torso. Oh well, I want that too. I'm gonna throw her torso over like my shoulder,
Okay.
and then like hold her legs while I'm walking, and then try to like sew it up.
That's a lot. You can hold all of those things.
Okay, I'll just hold all of those things.
Just
If
getting
you
an
stitch
image
the-
of C-3PO on the back of Chewbacca's back.
If you stitch them on backwards, I'll forever be in your debt.
I was hoping 'cause I
Flamingo.
wasn't gonna look. I was just gonna do it.
Oh. Yeah. You can't hold
That's
her
fine.
body end.
I'll
so-
just hold it all.
Okay. Are you storing the sewing kit?
Yeah, I'll put that in my bag real quick.
Okay.
I'll take it off my
Sheathing Sword
inventory.
appears to be leading the way. Does anybody else want to follow Sheathing Sword's guiding light?
Yeah, I'll
I'll
follow.
follow you.
Yeah.
Seems
Okay.
to know what's up.
The Mariner kind of shyly looks at Vith and goes, so I know I didn't exactly blockbuster that last fight, but can I have that axe back?
Oh, yeah. She kind of needs to survive. I'm gonna hand it to him.
Yeah, I'm not doing the best at that.
No shits. What happens to you? I didn't even know you weren't even there.
I don't know. I stepped forward and it was like I sprang some kind of trap. I was just whoop, up on the ceiling. And I was out.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah. I'll do better next time we almost die.
How did his bite look? Did it look like necrotic, flesh-eating disease kind of deal, or just like it took a bit out?
It looked like he had a disease until the lesser restoration cured him of it.
Okay.
He had some kind of weird poison that was paralyzing him that was alleviated, caused by the bite.
Right.
So, you guys are walking down the path. You took a right instead, and you walk into just more dense undergrowth that I will change the picture for. Even though you are carrying Vernita.
Is this considered foresty or swampy?
Still swampy.
Ah.
The ground is marshy. Marshy clay, kind of. The halflings are still following Vith. And he's got Vernita over the shoulder. And you guys are walking into the jungle. The mariner looks around and smiles and he says, "We're close. There's a trick to it. We only have to go a certain distance into this jungle and then ask the right question and the door will appear."
You knows the question?
I do know the question, but I'm
Oh,
not allowed to
so
tell you the
that's-
question or
That's
else
fine,
I'm
I
not managing
don't
this.
care. As long as you knows the question.
I'll slow and let the mariner lead,
Okay.
and then duck in behind him. So I'm number 2.
Yeah, I'll follow.
He's going to walk for a middle distance. Just another 5-minute jaunt into the woods. He makes a left, makes a right, and then he finds this patch of hill that's just kind of like a slight rise. And he looks back over your shoulder at you guys. And then he like cups his hands over his face and he's whispering something to the hillside.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
use
I'm,
perception to try to hear.
Oh my
Trying
god.
to listen in.
You guys are the worst, dude.
Aku doesn't hear it. Sheathing Sword definitely does hear it. Sheathing Sword, I will PM you.
Okay.
A door, or he reaches forward onto the hillside, brushes off a piece of moss, and there's a door handle there. And then he just twists it and opens up the side of the hillside like a door, and there's a perfect door frame there. And it just looks like a tavern sitting on the other side. And he just gestures to you guys, smiles, and starts walking down the steps.
Walk in.
I'm gonna
Wave
motion for my halflings to go in.
We'll leave off for there for tonight.
Okay.
That is a good spot to stop at.
Damn.
With you
What is
guys,
this place called? Is
the Secret Door Club.
that what it says on there?
There was no
No,
sign,
okay.
but
Okay,
the
gotcha.
Secret Door Club. That's what the Mariner had called it before.
Gotcha.
That will be it for this week. You all level up again.
Jesus.
Hey.
Congrats on your level 10.
Woo.
So make sure to level up your characters for next week. To everyone on Twitch that's watching us, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the random shenanigans and
If you have
halfling
Twitch
fight.
Prime, you should sub.
If you have Twitch Prime, you should sub. Jay,
D&D
why don't
Battle
you
Royale?
do this sign off? Say that thing about Amazon Prime again.
Yeah. Did you know, Derek, that if you have Amazon Prime, your Twitch account gets a free sub?
Really?
Yeah,
What?
and you can use it on any Twitch channel you like. Like
Really?
this one, for example.
Would that be twitchtv.com/Draken?
That would be that one. Then you just click the little sub button. Done.
Huh.
Is that how I'm sub to you?
That's and it's really easy. One click,
This is the
you're
worst
good.
product placement ever.
Look, whatever. I suck at pandering, but I'll still do it. I don't give a fuck. Anyway,
Well, shout out
we're-
to all the people in the comments, especially the person that gave me the terminology for degloving. I had forgotten about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna Google that immediately after we're done here.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah. Yep.
But
It's going on the NSW.
The
Oh,
next
God.
time we play is the 17th, the Monday the 17th with this group. But aside from that, we also have the Sunday group will be on the 16th. So 6 days from today, that group is going. There is no more packs. There is no more, raid night on WoW or whatever that we have to do instead. So that group is coming back this fucking Sunday. And then the very next day is this group again, continuing the adventure. Awesome and excited for that. So,
Building an army.
hell yeah.
Like, legitimately, we got 2 dragons, 2 halflings, and
3
a demon.
dragons, actually.
3?
Yeah, there's the golden pseudo dragon that Terral
Oh,
had.
yeah.
That's a
So-
pseudo dragon,
Well, I'm
not
saying,
legally a
yeah.
dragon.
All in
ca-
this episode,
technically
though,
not,
we
sure.
got, like,
Yeah.
a lot of things.
Yeah.
I still
And-
technically have a warrior slave in a bottle.
Yeah.
Also that.
And we
Actor has a
still
warrior
have
model.
how many bottles of random monsters?
Yeah, I have. Oh, actually, I do have a monster in a bottle. It's the hunger monster.
I vote we have
Oh.
like a fucking underground fighting pit and we just throw
I'm
down.
just gonna start. Yeah.
Jord didn't look what was left in the satchel, but
Yeah.
I'm writing it down so that I don't forget.
Yeah. So-
There's 7 bottles, a book, and the bag.
And I got
Correct.
a cool puzzle, so we're gonna see hopefully what comes of that.
Yes, you do.
As long as it's not the puzzle from Hellraiser.
Actually,
Who knows where I get inspiration?
I was a little worried, and I mean, maybe I shouldn't say this, but who knows? I was a little worried when you said it was a small wooden box, because that's typically how the Deck of Many Things comes. And I was like, would Derek throw this campaign into the wood chipper? Maybe?
It's funny because we were in a forest.
Said the
Right.
person that was randomly upending bottles out of the bog hag satchel after 2 of those creatures nearly murdered the shit out of you.
Mm-hmm.
Chaotic neutral, what do you want me to do?
Stop.
Well, then
I
do
didn't
something to
stop
make
you.
me stop, like Mr. Zach did.
He did.
That's what I did. I was trying to swat your hands.
Yeah. Next time, take
Yeah.
the satchel. Anyway, that's it for housekeeping. We're off, so we'll see you guys 6 days if you tune into the Sunday group, 7 days if you tune into the other group. If you're watching this on Twitch, like I said, you should sub. If you're not, and you're watching this on YouTube, hi, future me. Tune in on the stream
still
and
sub.
watch it live. It's still good. And you should still sub, like Nick said. So, anyway, we're out. Talk to you guys later. See ya. Have a good one. Bye-bye.